What's up, everybody? This is James saying welcome back. And today I'm going to describe the number one reason why most people fail in their network marketing businesses. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube for this plus a lot of other cool tips and share this with somebody you feel needs to hear this as well, because what you don't know won't help. But I wonder if you've ever experienced this before, if you're in network marketing, is that you get started, you're super excited, you try to copy the things that your mentors, your coaches, the successful people are doing, and you seemingly are doing the same thing. But there's some people that always make money, and then it might feel like you are not. If you've ever experienced that before, I know the struggle. Put a 1 in the comments below. And I've seen this time and time again. Like, you might be overtrained even as well. You've gone to all the meetings. You're super serious. You're very committed. You know the product, the service better than anyone else. And yet you see someone that's maybe they're brand new. They're not even following the system of skill sets necessarily, but they're just excited. And it's like everyone gets started. And you're like, why is that happening? What's up, Orlando? Great to see you, man. Well, today I want to talk to you about exactly why this happens. So if you're that person like I was, scratching your head, wondering why are they getting amazing results, but you're not, even though you're skilled, then you'll be able to be at ease, but more importantly, show you what to do to actually be able to catapult your growth and 10x your growth. All right, now understand that there's a way of doing things that can lead to results. This goes for any business, by the way, but today I'm just going to talk about network marketing. My mentor taught me this, and maybe you've heard this saying. Have you ever heard the saying that if you do what they do, you make what they make? Put a 1 in the comments if you've ever heard that saying. If you do what they do, you make what they make. Now, that's partially true, but I'm going to submit to you that there's another aspect to this. Orlando knows it well. It's that if you do what they do, there's a system of skill sets. So in every business, especially network marketing business, there are certain skills, there are certain things to do on a daily basis, right? In a previous video, I've talked about a system that I run that has been crafted over the last 10 years that has led to duplication and scale. But it's not just if you do what they do, you make what they make. Maybe you've done that. Maybe you're super diligent. You're a good student like I was. The second part is this, is if you do what they do, the way that they do it. There's a way that successful people act. There's a way that successful people think. If you do what they do, the business system, the way that they do it, the mindset to things, then you make what they make. And I'm going to assume that you already have a business system. If not, find one. It's super important that you have a way to do things. But the part that I believe is very much so missing is the way of doing it. What do I mean by that? Have you ever noticed that very successful people, they move different? You take a look at Elon Musk, for example, or any influence in the space, maybe in your network marketing business. It's like everything they touch turns to gold. And they're bold. They make decisions quick. They just move. And even though it doesn't make logical sense, they dream big, don't they? They've got this certain spunk to them, don't they? And they might not even know exactly what they're doing, but they just move and people get started. And then here we are, scratching our heads, doing our best to be diligent, being great students, following the system to a T, and yet we're not getting the same results. And why is that the case? And I had to realize this after 10 years. I realized this when our first business failed. And I had all the skill sets to build a successful network marketing business. And I was putting in the work. If you've ever felt like you were hustling hard, toiling hard, and yet you weren't getting the results, this is exactly why. Because your income will never surpass your own mindset. And even though I knew what to do, even though I could follow the scripts, and even though I could talk to people, because my mindset wasn't on correctly, I wasn't getting the results that I knew that I deserved. And I bet that's what you know as well too. You know that you deserve more, don't you? Question, who here knows that you're capable, and who here believes you're worthy of earning more than you currently are in your business than you currently are, right? Put a me in the comments if you affirm that to yourself. So there's a certain mindset to 10x your growth. How does that work? Let me just pose it to you this way. Yeah. This took me 10 years and a lot of pain to finally realize. This image is the most powerful image of mindset and success that I've ever found. And what it represents is how our mind works. All right. We have a body. This takes our actions. If you want a different result in your business, then obviously we need to take more actions. However, you notice the body is only a small part to everything. What leads to the body taking an action, making more phone calls, posting more on social media, right? Doing the marketing stuff. There's a mindset. There's a conscious mind. There's a subconscious mind. We can make decisions. We also have emotions, and this is what you call your paradigm, your habits. Okay? And outside of that, we are also spiritual creatures. Have you ever had an inspired thought, a hunch before? Put a 2 in the comments. You ever had that experience, or you've been taking a shower, you've been driving in the car, you're super relaxed, and boom, something hits you out of the blue, an idea, an inspired idea, right? Your dreams, your goals, your aspirations typically can come from here. There's a spirit, there's a mind, there's a body. Okay, here's why successful people succeed. Here's why everyone else does not. The average person, myself included, the way that we're trained to think is the exact opposite of how successful people think. This is how we're trained to think in school, in the military, in your job. Is we're trained to just learn the skill. Learn the skill, turn off your brain, and do the skill like a cog in the wheel. And if you do this repetitive motion over the course of time, in network marketing, make your social media posts. In network marketing, prospect people, invite people, present to people, follow up with people, and all those are important. That's all in the system, right? Use your product, use your service, share that. All we're taught is learn more skills, do more work, and you're going to make more money. Now, if you've at all tried doing that without the other side, then you know that actually doesn't work really well. They say that this business, if you treat it like a job, it'll pay you like a job. If you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. I actually don't think that this business, if you treat it like a job, pays you well at all. I believe that if you got to think in a different way. Okay, so we are typically trained to think from what new skill, what new action do I need to take to get the result? Here's another thing. Here's how you know you're thinking in the wrong way. You're constantly thinking, what's the next tactic I need to learn? What's the next detail that I missed? What's the next hack that I need to have? What's the next thing, right? You're always looking for a tactic, a skill, a new idea. And yes, those are important, but the most important thing is knowing how to think properly. Okay, here's how successful people that get amazing results in business, especially network marketing, think. This is last. What they do is this. They dream big dreams. If you're a person of faith, they think, God, what do you want me to do? They pull from the spiritual realms, dreams and visions and aspirations. And they say, if anything were possible, what do I want? They set goals based on what they want, not what they think is possible. In fact, their dreams are so big that it makes illogical sense, but it gets them fired up. It emotionally draws them. It's something that is aligned with them. It's something that they resonate with. So they take that dream in their network marketing business and they think only from there and they act as if it's already done. Does this resonate with anyone? Put a 2 in the comments below if you're kind of knowing what I'm saying here. And what happens is this. They go from that inspired thought and then they start getting new ideas of what to do. And they start to think about it, right? So they're meditating on their goals and they're thinking, how do I 10x my business? I'll give you a story, for example, right? I was thinking I had an issue with, I needed to find more people in my business. I ran out of my hot and warm market in my business. So I need to think, how do I get in front of people that I don't know? And I need to find a lot of people, right? I wanted to explode my business and I was already imagining what the outcome would be like. What happens is I'm now thinking about what I want. I sit in a training. It's a 3-day training event. And I hear one tip that just like screams out, sticks out like a sore thumb to me. about how to do a certain social media a certain way. I'm like, boom, there it is. New idea, accepted it into the subconscious. The subconscious, once it's there, it then inspires you to take actions in a different way. And right after I heard that tip, immediately I took action. I did the social media post a certain way that actually led me to personally sponsoring over 100 people in that next year in terms of new partners in my business. One tip. But what was different? You see, when I started to think this certain way, when I started to think from the opposite of what most of us are trained, which is draw from your spiritual intelligence, ask God, what is that big, big goal and dream you want me to go for? Don't think about how you're going to make it happen. Just know that it's possible. Know that you want it. And then from there, and when you're acting as if you're already there, you will then start to get new inspired thoughts in your conscious. You then have to make a decision and then say, let's go, let's figure this out. Even though I've never done it before, even though I have no idea how this is going to work, even though seems crazy for me to think about, I just know this is a direction you need to go. And then you take an inspired action to get a different result. Successful people think from a dream already fulfilled. The average person thinks in terms of logic and reason and can I do this and can I do this? Successful people think exponentially. The average person thinks, like what Orlando said, they think very additionally. They think 1 + 1 = 2, where 1 + 1 can equal 100. And when I started to realize that there's a way to actually untrain to think a certain way and to retrain your mind to think the successful way. I'm case number one on someone that needed this, guys. I'm a super academic. I was a super nerd. I took 16 AP classes in high school. I went to UC Berkeley. I'm very academically educated, but I was very financially stupid, to be honest. And I was just sick and tired of people around me just crushing it when I knew that I could do better. I'm sure you're the same way as well too. And I had to unlearn how to think, and then I had to relearn how the successful way thinks. And when that changed for me, everything changed. Did you know there's a system? What if there were a way to be able to help you to make that shift faster? How much would it be worth to you if you knew that you could actually tune your mind to get anything that you want, God willing? That, when I finally learned it, and I've now taught this to multiple different people, and I've seen the results. I've seen people stuck for years in their business, very well qualified. In 1 week, make a shift and it's done. I've seen people that have been so deserving and they've been so diligent, and all of a sudden, inspired hunches start to happen and you see their whole business change. And why is that? They were able to go through a system of shifting how their mind works so that they can think and act like a successful person. And I want to let you know, there are ways to actually learn this for anybody because God made us all in the same way. We all have access to these absolute amazing ways, okay? So I'm curious if that's something that resonates with you at all, put a 5 in the comments below. I hope that that's helpful. And if it is, if you're interested in more information about this, I've put together for the first time for the person in network marketing, because I have a lot of friends in the space now. And after being involved for over a decade and having a lot of failures and realizing what doesn't work and then having some successes to know what does work, I've realized that there is a what to do and a way to do it. There's a business system that needs to be duplicatable. And there's also a mindset system that if you're able to think a certain way and you combine it with a good business system, then that's when you can actually scale and you can win. And these are things that are teachable and duplicatable as well too. It's allowed our business to be able to go and rebuild and get back to its prime. It's allowed us to be able to expand an international business. It's allowed people around the world in our current business to still be able to run a business from wherever they want, however that they want. But there's a system to do that. And if you feel that's something that you've been lacking, maybe you're there, you're super serious. Maybe there you've been trying to be diligent, but you're just scratching your head, not exactly sure what's going on. I want to give you something that I feel can help. I put together for the very first time something I'm calling the MLM business blueprint. And in this, it's going to give you the system of skill sets and a system of mindset that'll work for any company. It'll work for any product, any service. It'll work for any MLM because these are based on principles, not personality specific. It's not company specific as well too. So if you'd like some more information on that, I have a free video that I'd love to share with you. I just helped someone grab the system and I'm walking her through it now. I'm super excited. I helped 2 other people the other day. They told me, James, they're like, this is exactly what we've been waiting for. They've been diligent in their business for over 5 years, not getting much breakthrough. And they're like, this is exactly what we need. You could see the hope in their eyes again. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, right? So if that interests you, there's a video that I'd love to share with you. It is in the caption, or shoot me a direct message and I'd love to link you to that to show you what this blueprint is, see if it's aligned. But other than that, if this was helpful, this whole series, then be sure to subscribe to my YouTube for this plus a lot more other helpful content. Share this video with anyone you feel can benefit as well too. And stay tuned because I'm going to drop more gold as we go along as well. All right. Other than that, thanks for being on. Talk soon. Bye-bye.